It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
In the criminal justice system, sexually-based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
All right, guys. I know that one of the last posts that you guys saw from me was me acknowledging some of the concerns that you guys have done a great job of addressing over social media. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys that has either sent it to me in a DM, a text, called me about this and let me know some of the concerns that are regarding urban necessities. So in this video that I'm posting, I want to kind of explain and advise what I think needs to happen, and then the action that I will be taking to try to help. Right? So it starts January, February of 2022. As you guys may or may not know, my wife is diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer, which at the time is very concerning to us. It still is, and something that we're currently still battling with. Joni she's my right hand. She, as you may or may not know, has been everything that I haven't been able to be for the brand in its first, 8, 9 years of the brand that we were a part of the brand. May 2022, I go to a sneaker con and I meet a group of people that represent a company called Shoe Surgeon. I meet Dominic, aka the Shoe Surgeon, and shortly after that, days later, I meet Dallas and Bimbo, who is his business partner and operator in Surgeon Worldwide. Over the next month, we start negotiating and talking through what it looks like to, help me run Urban Necessities because of my concerns of it being a little bit bigger than I can take on by myself, given the tools that we had, and my focus being on Joni and her health issues. We worked for months together without a deal in place, just operating on essentially what is a spit handshake. In November 2022, I sign a deal, which then takes me about 8 months later to recognize that I have absolutely no operational say in this business, and I am converted from an owner, operator, to just owner, founder, employee. And the one thing that I also accepted in this contract, which falls on me, is the liability of this business, with some of it being on me personally. When we did this deal, there was an exchange of some money that I gave all to Joni, and that money was used to pay some of our taxes, and we bought a couple of properties to take care of our friends and family. What didn't happen that should have happened at that particular moment was Joni should have been removed as a managing member, and she was not. May of 23, Joni allows Urban Necessities and Surgeon Worldwide to borrow $300,000 for a buy that was used towards product that needed to go for the store, as well as some of our licensing deals that we were doing abroad. I was very adamant that I thought it was not a good idea, and I did not want to see that money spent in that way. And Joni's reply was, I'm just trying to help. We agreed on some of this money being repaid in a timely manner. We are currently still not repaid for that debt. And as I continue to go, you'll see why I probably don't think we're going to see a dime of it. In September of 23, my issues and concerns for changing consignment agreements without being truly transparent to consigners, changing the prices to price points that I was not comfortable with, and some of the operational started creating a lot of issues for me. We used to be on, and I was a part of, operational calls for the business, and at some point, I'm advised to not speak on the calls because I'm, basically making noise and not really aligned with what the business is, while the false narrative is painted that I'm not trying to be a part of the brand, help the brand, or be anything positive for the brand. My issues continue to keep going from here. In November of 23, my issues are so bothersome to me, and I feel so helpless that I ask to be bought out. December of 23, I received text messages from Dominic that advised, hey, I understand. And in this also, I had already talked to legal consult, and we had found some breaches that Dom took ownership of. And in December 22nd of 2023, I am offered my first buyout. A buyout that we went back and forth on a little bit, but a buyout that at some point I signed the paperwork and they never did. After a few more months, my number of what I'm being offered to walk away is lower. And then after a few more months, it's lower. And after a few more months, it's lower. And by all this is going on, May 2nd of 2024, I am terminated as an employee of Urban Necessities. Now, by this point, I've now talked to 2 different lawyer firms. I've spent more money than I want to admit in lawyer fees. I have no visibility on the brand. My emails are deleted. I don't have access to who they're paying, where they're taking loans out, what they're doing with shoes, what they're pricing stuff at. And I keep trying to figure it out. October 8th, 2024, I signed paperwork to walk away for $0 in exchange for my freedom so I could be able to provide for my family with no restrictions. I hear nothing. No one signs anything. I'm trying to raise money through, liquidating some of the things that I own, because it has now been years that I'm not working and only living off of money that I'm generating through either 2J's Closet or our brand partnerships or appearance fees along the way. I hear nothing. I ask periodically, and I don't hear anything till the first week of June this year, where I'm being asked and advised that they're contemplating filing a bankruptcy. I then start re-engaging again now with a 4th different lawyer who was more helpful than any of the previous past and giving me a clear understanding and something that I am telling you that I am not running from. And that is, I am responsible for all liabilities, even though I have not been part of this brand for the last 3 years. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that they've wiped out my consignment accounts and took more money from me than I want to admit. It's frustrating that because I haven't had any transparency or visibility on the brand, and these guys have completely decided, for a lack of a better term, for whatever the reason is, right? Whether that was operational inabilities, looking over stuff. The reality of it is that people were knocking on the door to collect their money, and no one in my household or in my family or on my side of it was being advised of the debts. And one of those debts is a liability that had a personal liability assigned to me, which was a sales tax debt. That sales tax debt not only seized all of the money in my personal bank account, it did for Joni as well, even though both of us have not been with the brand for years. I'm not deflecting it. I'm not ignoring it. And I'm not going to run away from that responsibility. I have been talking to lawyers. I have been talking to friends. I have been talking to families. And that's why I have already listed the home that I live in for sale, as well as some of my other assets for sale, to take the steps, not only one, to pay that tax debt, but to make every single consignor whole throughout this process. That might take me a day. It might take me weeks. It might take me months. And I cannot allow any of my consignors to feel the burden or just lose, even though every lawyer, every friend has told me that the financial responsibility falls on my brand and that at the end of the day, my brand could technically just bankrupt and walk away and leave all these people just out in the dark with no responsibility for it. It is not how I built my brand. It is not how I conduct business. And it is not something that I want to run away from. I am comfortable that if the numbers that they've represented to me are shown to me, that if what is on that P&L is true, if I am able to sell my properties in a timely manner, not only will I be able to repay the taxes immediately, I will also be able to pay the consigners in full right away. For me to do this, what I need and what I have asked and what I am currently negotiating is to take back 100% ownership of Urban Necessities and some of its debts. I will not take ownership for debts that have been accumulated, for accounts that they've created, for loans that they have taken in the name of the brand, and some of the brands that they claim to own, and some of the accounts that they claim to owe, some of the, layers that they've added are businesses that they actually have equity in, manage, or own. And I get it. It was my fault the last 3 years. And I signed I probably signed one of the worst deals in history. But it's only a bad deal because the people on the other side never felt doing it the right way. From even now, I have no guarantee that even though as I'm sitting here telling you the circumstances and situations that I have going on, which currently have me fighting for my life and realistically not even knowing where I'm going to live, I have to do the right thing. I'm going to do the right thing. And I'm hopeful that if I could get in there and I could try to correct it, that I might be able to salvage something. But a man of my word I am, and a man, and these are words I guarantee. Even if I don't see how I'm going to do it, I am going to do this. If my brand can't make it, I am comfortable that if those numbers are true, that I will be able to pull enough equity from the assets that I am liquidating to be able to run it operationally in the time that I need to be able to give everybody the remaining stuff that is in that store. I'm not running away. I'm not going to take your stuff, and I'm going to pay these bills. It's been an extremely difficult 3 years as my wife has been fighting for her life. Stage 4 colon cancer, watching her see every dollar that we had just gone because people felt like not communicating or doing the right thing, not only for us, but for the brand. I'm extremely sorry for the trust that you guys put in me and in my brand, and I'm sorry that I have let you down, and I hope that you give me the time and the opportunity to make this right. For 3 years, I've been going to the police. For 3 years, I've been trying to get the attention of the feds. For 3 years, I've gone to the Better Business Bureau. For 3 years, I've gone to lawyers. Very frustrating. I understand that the community may or may not support the next moves that need to happen on my behalf, and I have to live with that, and I hope that at the end of the day, people understand what my intentions were. And it was never to mislead you, and for that I'm sincerely sorry. And I appreciate the time that you've given me to address the concerns, and now you have an understanding of what my action plan is, and now it's for Surgeon to finally do what they need to do, which is right. 100% give me back ownership, remove some of the debts that they incurred, because there's just no physical way that I'm going to take on some of these debts that are just made up numbers. And maybe you used it in operational stuff, but it was stuff that the brand never needed. I understand that even when I ran it, some things slipped through the cracks, but each and every one of you know that have paid attention to me as a person, that I've always stood up, doing the right thing, even when it was the wrong thing for the brand. This is no different. Appreciate your time.
What do do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. Back in the confessional. Yes, we staying lit, big dog. Man, shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my player partner, Lucky Wizard Deals. It keeps you lit. Like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Hit the links down below. We got Moog's Coffee. Yep. I'm about to do a Moog's Coffee giveaway. I actually got to do the merch for the Moog's Coffee. I got to do the merch, which we're gonna be doing some cups, and I'm gonna do some t-shirts. Man, just cause it's hot outside, I want to do t-shirts and tank tops. Okay, and then I'm gonna have some shirts. I'm gonna have some shirts for all the ladies. All the ladies who working out, workout attire, and on the back it's gonna say unbig. Okay? Unbig this back. Alright. Also we need some for the dads. It says unbig this dad bod or something, and have it going across the stomach like a tattoo, it's thug life, but it say unbig this dad bod. Yeah. Don't nobody try to steal my idea. But anyway, use the discount code everydaypj at checkout. I guess since we're doing a sneaker video, I decided, what the hey? I wonder if anybody trying to get those great fives this weekend. I might get a pair for my mom. She deserves it. She's a wonderful lady. But I got these shoes right here. Y'all don't laugh at me. We're looking like a clown. Alright, Bozo the clown looking ass. Look at these. Ain't they wonderful? They got blue lace. I think I'm going to put the blue lace in one. I think I'm going to find the red lace from one of my Jordans and put the red lace in. But they got two different blues. They got like the navy blue shoestring, and it has the like Duke University blue in the other. So I don't really like the navy blue, so I'm going to try to find a red one that I can switch out from one of my Jordans, because I know I don't use them all. They just in the packet. Anyway, dope shoe. I don't know where I'm gonna wear them things to, but wherever, people will be like, look at this, what are those? Anyway. Yeah, man, this right here is accountability, man. This guy, I've seen him, I remember watching like shoe vlogs years ago. And I was just like, I didn't know who he was. I thought he was kind of arrogant, but he was just going through. He's just wheeling and dealing, just buying shit. But he was willing and dealing. He was getting them deals, right? I mean, I was like, sound like he taking advantage, but the people respected him. I had no idea who this guy was. I thought he was just, some uppity motherfucker, and he from Vegas. I just thought he was just had a cocky attitude. And but needless to say, it's not that he had a confidence to himself. I was probably just hating because I was broke, but I think that he just knew, and everybody knew, and he was just trying to he got deals. He got to get to the next one. So when I understood that, then I started watching his content. I was like, oh, I get it. That's just him. But he's not that he's cocky. He just kind of understands the situation. But then again, he's helping out people because these people wasn't getting off shoes. Let me get that shoe off. Then he'll double back, because people be like, man, hey, I'll buy this shoe from you. I'll sell you this shoe, but look out for me in the future on another shoe. And he was like, bet. But then when I seen him honor that, I was like, you know what? That guy right there, yeah, he's the truth. So there, I got that part out of who I knew him up to be. And when I heard this story, me being, I don't know if I would consider myself a sneakerhead. I got some dope shoes though. But I don't like collecting. I like wearing. So when I seen this video, I was like, well, this is a transparency moment, and it's a learning lesson to people. Like, understand what you signing. Literally, I was about to sign something today I had no idea about, and then I was talking to somebody who I had to talk to about another thing, and I was about to sign. They was like, well, what is this amount, and what is this, and what? So then I had to contact them and be like, hey, I need to know this information. Which is good that you have people in your corner to be like, because you don't always know. Like, you don't know the questions to ask when you're going into something that you have no idea about. You don't know who or what or to ask. You know, you just going in there, you're excited because you're like, this is a new deal, this is a new day. Let's get this money, let's change our lives, let's buy this home, let's buy this car, let's just do it. I'm excited. I want this new thing. But you not knowing or understanding, or you might, please go with somebody who know what they talking about and know what they doing, so you may be put in a better position rather than being stuck with something. Because check this out. The one thing that you guys don't know, a lot of people do this all the time. And they get a car and they buy a car and they say, okay, this is how much it's going to be. This is how much it is monthly, whatever. This is the interest rate. Well, they'll say that, then they won't be able to get the deal done with that interest rate. So then they're turning around and trying to go to other lenders. Now the interest rate going up. Your car payment go the same, but lenders are like, well, we can't honor that price unless you give us this much interest. So you done bought a car for like 6, 7, 8% interest. By the time you get your actual loan, it's at 15, 16, 17, because they couldn't get the deal like they told you. You can take that car back. You don't have to, because you got to go back up there and re-sign. You be like, no, I don't want this. This is not what we agreed on. This is not how we do this. You don't take that car back. You get your money back. Don't take it. A lot of people will be like, I love this car. I want it. Forget it. It's the car payment. It's the car payment. It's an extra year of, because you done went from 5 years to now 8 years. Just they just trying to rape you for interest. That's pretty much it. That's all it is, man. But it's a stupid situation, but it happens more than often than you know. So anyway, everyday people, man, please be mindful. Get somebody, go with somebody who can help you. And the thing is, find a trustworthy person to deal with. When you dealing with a realtor or you dealing with a lender, man, build relationships with people. And even if, like, I know, man, yeah, you just gotta you just gotta find the right people, trustworthy people. And then you'll know if your deal goes well, and after the deal is done, you are satisfied. And a year later, after that deal was satisfied, and you know in your heart, I did a good thing. Like my realtor, when I bought my first home, years later, I realized that she was a very honest person. She got me. The fact of the matter is, this is what I tell you about some white people. They get shit done that can't get done. And when I tell you, she was exquisite. So, and then, but from that situation, I learned, I understood, and things are looking up. But that's how I just want to tell y'all. Just continue to understand and learn, and be mindful that things might not be right. You got to read your contracts. You got to understand what you give up. Sounds like to me this guy, he signed something. He didn't realize he was giving up ownership. But then again, he was probably signing something from somebody who didn't have his best interests at heart, whose lawyers didn't have his interests at heart, and all this other stuff. It's just so many people that didn't have his interests at heart, where he should have looked out to a lawyer. And then here's another thing. If you trying to buy something from somebody and you trying to sign a contract, and you say, you know what, I think I should get my lawyer involved, or I think I should get my mom, or my aunt looks over this. They're like, nah, you know what? Yeah, you don't have to bring them in. I have a lawyer. I have somebody you could talk to. And then you'll be like, oh, yeah, you got somebody I can talk to? Yeah, they'll tell you, they'll break it down to you. And then they'll start, well, that person's not in, but here, just sign this. I'm gonna get this person in so they can break it down to you, and then they never do, and they be like, oh, this person I can't get on. Let me try to get you this other person. They playing you. That's how they do. They play you. They'll try to. When a car, I keep going back to the car sellers because a lot of them are crooked. They'll be like, man, wait. Let me go back and see this, because you be like, nah, I think I'm gonna check out this deal. When you say that, get the hell out of there. You be like, no, just wait. I'm gonna get it. No, give me my keys. Let's go. Give me my keys. I'm out of here. I'm out this deal. Don't ever trade a car in. Pay a car off and trade a car in. Don't trade a car in. Pay a car off. Keep your car. Don't trade a car in. Reason why you don't trade a car in is because if you buy a car and you trade a car in and you back out the deal, they've already sold that car. They've already sent that car to the auction. So now you're out of a vehicle. The vehicle might get paid off, may not get paid off. You're out of a vehicle. You're out of your everything. And now you have to buy a car. Sad, but true. And that's how they get you. Because at that point, you have no choice but to purchase a vehicle. So, I'm just saying, only time I traded in a vehicle, and I'm kind of glad I did. I'm mad I did, but I'm mad I didn't, cause I wrecked my car, but I didn't get it fixed through insurance. I paid for the fix myself, and then so I paid the money, but I got my trade value for the car because it's not showing that it's been in a wreck. And then I paid $4,000. So basically, I was technically in debt to myself. Like, I traded my vehicle in, and I was in debt to myself for the amount of the vehicle. And I was just a little bit upside down in it. Had I not been that much upside down, then I think I was like $2,000 upside down. But either way, I was basically 6,000 upside down on my own, when I should have just, had I just kept the car for I think 1 or 2 more years, it would have been paid off. And my stupid ass. So I said I'd never do that again. So, and the reason why I said I'd never do that again, because then, I'm going to tell y'all how, then I was like, all right, I don't want this car. I don't want the car because the deal wasn't going through. This was the next day or the day, 2 days later. They had already sold my car. Then, you know what they was doing? They was like, hey, can we get that extra key? I was like, did you give me 2 keys? Did you give me 2 keys? They was like, nope. Then no, I'm not giving you 2 keys. What, are you going to give me any extra money off? No. If you're not giving me 2 keys, I'm not giving you 2 keys. As simple as that. Why would I give you 2 keys and you only give me 1? That don't help me. You're not replacing my key, which if you're the car dealership, you should have a plethora of keys, but you don't. So no, I'm not giving you 2 keys so you can save your customer time and money and say, here, I give you 2 keys. No, if you only give me 1 key, I'm only give you 1 key. Just think about it. They're not giving you 1,000 off because you turn in a key. If they only give you 1 key, only give them 1 key on a trade-in. But again, like I said, don't even trade your car in, because it's just pay the car off and move on. Like, if you get upside down if you're upside down in a vehicle, you're like, I got to get from under this loan. This car is upside down. Just wait till you get the next car. You're gonna be upside down. Okay. Everyday people, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna holler at you later. Peace.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as fast as 1 week.